Hi there, what's up? Hope all's good. Today we have an interesting, simple, short video for you. It's about a very unique and a new coffee scale in the market, the LumiCurve from OurCoffee. So without further ado, let's start. Now, before speaking about the scale, what makes it special and what it has to offer, in general, specialty coffee never ceases to amaze us with its new equipments. For example, in relation to scales, you have large scales, small scales, some new app connectivity scales. However, there's always room for improvement, and today's scale is no different. Now, we have two review units from Mavo. They are kind of pre-final production units. They generally have everything related. They're only going to improve the screen itself, make it kind of scratch resistance, improve the packaging and app connectivity. So the first unit we used and abused, made sure that it's durable enough, and we have this new unit with a sticker on for you for the video, fresh out of the box. So to start the scale, you push on the on logo and it will turn on. As soon as it turns on, you can see it's TFT color display, very bright and super interesting. The cool thing about the review panel is that it has 4 buttons. We never thought that we will enjoy having 4 buttons this much, and it kind of solves all the issues, the annoying parts in coffee scales that with only 2 buttons. It made us realize how much appreciated with the 2 buttons. It's a rotatable display. Basically, you can use the scale as is, or left it to this side, or this side, or that side. The scale comes with 2 protective silicone pads. The first one, it's kind of all-purpose pad for filter coffee or just protection from heat, temperature, or scratches, coffee spraying, anything you can think of. The second one is mainly for espresso. For example, if you want to use portafilter, you can lay it on it, measure the weight difference, or if you just want to use it for brewing your espresso, you can place the normal silicone pad. Now, the cool thing about the ability of placing vertical or horizontal is that with vertical, some espresso machines are tight, like the robot, Cafe Latte robot, which we reviewed in the best manual espresso machines video. You can check here. And in that video, we always got the question, which scales fit in these espresso machines? And I would say the Cafe Latte robot probably is the tightest one, and our Earth espresso cups are able to fit in it. And if I place them on top of the scale, you can see they are able to fit along the scale. So that's a great advantage. So whether you want to brew your espresso vertically, or if you want to place 2 cups horizontally, just place the scale, 2 cups, it can easily do that. That's a very cool feature for espresso. And depending on the side, for example, with manual espresso machines, if you are leaning towards your left side and you are pulling the lever, the screen is far right there. You just twist the scale, it's on your left side, flip the screen, it's rotated. Or if you want it in front of your face vertically, it will be closer to you. Or if you are watching an extraction shot mirror from the back with a pressure gauge, it will also, the screen, be right there in the back. This is a very cool feature. When it comes to brewing as a pour over, you are a right-handed person, you are brewing your pour over, the screen sits very far there. So you just flip the screen, tilt it, and it's right in front of your face. You are brewing and you can easily watch the screen. But if you are left-handed, like my camera woman, it's gonna be tricky using that side. So again, you can easily flip the screen to your left side, hold the kettle from left hand, and this is tricky for me doing it with left hands. Yep, you can see the screen easily. So those are tiny advantages, but they add up as we are speaking. Specialty coffee with a tool that's gonna live with you, a coffee scale, take it for travel everywhere you go, regardless pour over espresso. It's a very good advantage. Now let's speak about the special part, which is the buttons and the modes. So to turn the scale on, you keep holding the on-off switch, it turns on. In basic mode, you have the top, the weight, and the button, you have the timer. To start the timer, you push start, and imagine you've extracted your espresso shot, you have the weight, you stop the extraction. The cool thing here, as you have many buttons on, off, the timer and the tare, there's no need to push the tare to tare the timer. For example, if you just want to reset everything, the timer and the weight, you just push the on off switch, everything reset. If you keep holding the mode swap button, it will just show you the flow additionally. So instead of time and weight, it will add the flow. How much flow you are adding to the weight. Is it too fast or too slow? and keep pushing again. It just shows you the weight. That's it. You just want your weight show on the screen increasing. So you have 3 case scenarios. This is the basic mode. To go ahead to move to the next mode, just give it one push. Pour over mode. We're gonna dive into them. I'm just gonna circle around to show you all the modes. Then espresso mode, espresso continuous mode, back to basic mode. So let's go to pour over. On pour over, what you do, it's telling you press to record the weight. You have very tiny writtens telling you here you tare, here you record the weight. So generally, if you just want to start normally, you place the weight, you say tare. This is, remember, a very basic mode, and the timer as starting to record, ready, activate by pouring water or pressing the timer. So you're gonna start pouring water slowly, and as you can see, as we are pouring the water, it shows me the flow. If I go super fast flow, if I go very slow flow, and then very fast, then very slow, and I stopped. When I stop, I'm gonna just push the timer and it's complete. As soon as show me complete, this is another very cool feature. I keep saying cool, is the curve of how much you poured in relation to the time. So you can see we start pouring slowly, then we increase the pour speed up to the end, and then we finished. This is basically the gram to seconds, how much we added to the weight. And it shows you the average flow and the ratio. Of course, we did not input how much coffee we use, so there's no ratio. The final weight and the time. The scale automatically saves the last 3 brew cycles that you've done. And with the app connectivity, which they are working on, in the future, you can even save much more than that. But without going to the app, the scale keeps saving the last 3 history cycles. So on pour over, as you can see, there is the flow, there is the ratio, the timer will be a button, and the weight on top. However, if you want the largest portion of the screen to be something different, you keep holding the switch button, it's gonna be timer on top. You keep holding it, it's gonna be the ratio on top. You have weight, flow, and time, or the flow on top. Yeah, that's the pour over mode. The second mode is espresso. So the espresso, you have 2 modes. The first one, you can show weigh your coffee beans. You can say tare, I don't want to tare it. You can press, it's gonna be drip triggered. You go start your extraction. It triggered the extraction, the flow. In the end, we say it's 36 grams, for example. Press the timer and it showed me everything. How the weight, all of it, the flow, the time, and the weight of espresso. The other espresso mode is that it's a drip triggered. So basically, as soon as you place your vessel, your cup, it will keep tearing it out. We remove the cup, put it back again, it tears it back again. It's drip triggered. So on the first drip, it's gonna be triggered the timer automatically. What you can do onto settings is that instead of the timer go triggers start by the drip, you can activate it by placing the vessel, your cup. Basically, you start your espresso machine on. As soon as you put your cup, the timer will start. And then back to basic. Let's go into settings and show you what happens. So you push the on off switch twice, you go into settings. The first thing we see here is the history. So the tare and time goes up and down. This is very cool feature instead of having to circle into all of them. To go into the history, you push the on off button. It shows me the records of the last 3 cycles that I've done. 2 espresso shots, and you go to the third, you say it tastes different. What happened? Maybe something in the water flow changed. So you go to history, you have the last 3 extraction times, and you press the circle between modes button to go back. Then you go into espresso activation mode, which is cup triggered or drip triggered. Go to display mode. In display mode, we have basic, pour over. Those are basically the modes. For example, I don't do pour over. I'm gonna remove it from the modes, and I only do espresso. I don't want the continuous espresso. I'm also gonna remove the modes. You can do that. There is the brightness. You can choose how bright you want the scale. You have the unit, basically ounce or gram. As default, it's come with gram. minimum weight. This is a nice feature. As default comes as 0.3 grams. A common issue with some scales is that they keep fluctuating with minimal any changes, even when you turn it on. So basically, if not the surface, it's not extremely stable, the scale won't turn on because it's doing kind of self-calibration. But if you put it as 0.3 grams, like it won't start measuring before that, the scale generally will act better, less bugs, let's say, and we've noticed it here. But if you want the accuracy to be 0.1, you can do that. Then to the beep, many people hate this beep. You can turn it off. Go to tips. So tips, it's telling you enable tips, disable tips. And then the rotation, this is good advantage. So with the rotation, you can put as auto rotation, choose as gravity rotation, or you can say, I want this orientation, this side orientation, bottom to the left side, or just keep it auto. So we're gonna keep it auto for now. So if I'm holding it straight, it flipped back as to the gravity. Then the sleep mode, you can set the timer or infinite after 30 seconds, 60 seconds. The smart stability. So the smart stability, it kind of compensates during filter blowing. For example, if you have steam coming up, a fan working in the area, instead of the weight keep fluctuating around, it will make it even more stable. It's fun to test around and see which one you prefer more. Then we go to language. As of now, it offers Chinese and English. I would love to see more languages in the future. And the version of the scale, reset everything, and that's it. The scale allows you the option to recalibrate its weight. So basically you have the 100 gram calibration weight unit. You can place it on the scale and do auto calibration if you are traveling. And you have this super cool travel case. I'm not sure if it's gonna be included in the package, but I think they might offer something interesting in their Kickstarter campaign, which I'm gonna leave a link in the description below for you to check. It's gonna be live in a few days after this video going live. So this is the travel case, super slim, really interesting. It makes you wish to travel and brew coffee on the go. As I mentioned, this is the final production batch before going to mass production with their Kickstarter campaign. So they are currently developing the app, but Mavo team informed us that they are working on a connectivity with Windows espresso machines and decent espresso machines. Not confirmed, hopefully it will be in the future. It has Type-C charging cable, the port also covered, and I love the fact that this stays here. Some scales offer cover, but you might get it lost. Here it's always staying there. It's clean, minimal design. The silicone pads, as I mentioned, travel friendly. Last but not least, regarding the battery. So we've been using this first unit for a week right from now. Once we got it, we fully charged it. And since last week, nothing happened. We've abused it. Espresso, filter brewing. We went into the cycles, all the different mode, made ourselves familiar with the modes in the scale. No issues at all. And always kept the beep on. So yeah, I think if you turn the beep off, and it should last you a very good time. It's a 1000 milliamp power battery. Now, if I want to add some stuff that I would like to see improved in the future, or can I think of, is that the buttons themselves, they become more like a muscle memory when you are using the scale. However, maybe in dark conditions or super bright sunny conditions, they might get difficult to recognize. It would be a nice idea to add some backlights to them in case you want that extra brightness to turn them on or off. I know it might increase the price of the scale. It's already reasonably priced, but it's a cool feature. And the dimensions. So dimensions as can go in any direction. It's reasonable. However, the thickness of the scale, it's still reasonably thin, but I would have loved if they were able to offer, or maybe in the future version, even thinner one. As of now, it stands around 1.8 centimeters, 1.7 centimeters. It's on the thin side, but for me, as I'm thinking like this is probably the most versatile scale out there, it would have been cooler if it's even thinner. And yeah, that's it for the Mavo Coffee LumiCurve scale. You know what? Right now the weather is getting nice. Summer is here. It's gonna be a beautiful companion for camping, or even as a gift for someone you care about. So make sure to check their Kickstarter campaign. It's gonna be in the link in the description below. Thanks to Mavo team for sending us this early review units. And thanks to you, as always, for watching our video and enjoying them. Take care. I'll see you super soon in the next video. Bye. The scale comes with top. Make sure to check the